present. And then there's the will. And in the documents on page 128, and this is why I was raising this matter, on page 128, there's a letter by Mr. Madenge and Mr. Njoroge Rigeru, who together with Mr. Rigathi Gachagua were the joint will executors. And they're complaining about the conduct and action of the Deputy President as an executor of the will and a family member of the late Nderitu Gachagua. On page 129, paragraph 8, there, and it says, from bank statements to this, for this account seen by us, you transferred some funds from these accounts to other persons as follows. On the date when Nderitu Gachagua died on the 24th, the Deputy President was already withdrawing money. On the day he died, and that day when he died, he was there only with his daughter. And then they say on the 19th of May 2017, again another money was withdrawn and paid to Mrs. Wamunyuro Investment Limited. This story, you will find it in the documentation. And part of it is what Mr. Njomo was saying.
Counsel for Deputy President, just have your seat. When your time comes, you'll be able to make the rebuttals. Proceed, Senior Counsel.
How many minutes do I have?
Mr. Speaker, I respect your direction. I'm willing to take a seat right away, but just to point out something. The document you are being referred to is the document you held in abeyance. Because it was given to us later for purposes of our consideration. That's number one. Number two, Mr. Speaker, you remember that my learned colleague talked about how my client traveled to London, how without talking to any doctor. These are factual claims, Mr. Speaker, that are just coming from the bar. Mr. Speaker, number three, the opening statement speaks to the motion and the grounds in the motion. I beseech this House direct that parties restrict themselves to the motion and the grounds in the motion. The facts you are now being referred to have no basis in the motion and the grounds in the motion, unless Senior Counsel, His Excellency Governor Orengo, can draw your attention to any ground in the motion that those facts are not addressing. I repeat what I said earlier, Mr. Speaker. The ruling is yours. We owe it to the Deputy President and the integrity of our checks and balances institutions to maintain basic decency in these proceedings. I rest.
In fact,
Counsel, I cannot tell you how you're going to make your opening statements. If you're going outside the allegations, that's up to you. The senators are here listening, and they'll be able to make the necessary decision at the end of it. Now, Senior Counsel Orengo, there's an environment that you've made that the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, on a certain date that you indicated, traveled to London.
Yes. The evidence is
his sick brother.
Yes.
And on the side of the sickbed, he made his brother sign a will. Is that contained anywhere in the documents from the National Assembly?
My Lord, Mr. Speaker, if you look at volume 4 from the pages that I indicated, right from page 113, it shows what flight he took, at what time, a British Airways flight, on the 16th and arrived in London on the 17th. The only business that comes out from that document and his documents is that he got a will signed, and there is no further evidence of his activities in London until 24th, when the only activity in which he didn't participate was to be present when his brother died in London. But all this I'm saying in relation to the allegations that we have against the Deputy President.
Mr. Speaker, sir.